Has CrossFit gone too far? My name's Beth and I'm an everyday CrossFit athlete. I post vlogs, I post about competitions and stuff in the CrossFit news. If you've been hanging out in the live stream or in any of the comment section on the CrossFit Games pages, you will see a whole load of people complaining about the programming, saying that it is gimmicky, that they're doing tricks, that it's not real CrossFit, and there's a couple of CrossFit athletes that seem to agree with this. On the live stream, Froning clearly showed his distaste to the event so far.
What was the key to that win?
CrossFit. We've been doing a lot of CrossFit, so we actually got to do some CrossFit there. It was fun.
I also noticed that Nate Edmondson said a similar thing.
I think we haven't seen a lot of CrossFit yet, and I think he is a very good CrossFit athlete. I think he's going to do very well at the more CrossFit-y workouts.
Which brings into question, what is real CrossFit? For the longest time, the CrossFit Games has claimed to test the fittest. It's a test of fitness, and they want to find the fittest on earth. We've always seen new movements being brought into the CrossFit Games to continually evolve the test of fitness and also to put athletes out of their comfort zone.
No, you have more than you have now.
Oh yeah? You want us to do more? Cool, we can do that too. Oh, we've never even seen this thing. Watch this. This is what we can do.
And we're not even near what we were before. You cannot even compare it. I mean, it's not the same.
It's something they will have come to expect. This year we saw double under crossovers, we saw like an Lsit to a press to handstand, we saw some parallette movements, dips, and although dips aren't a new movement, walking along parallel bars with both hands, that is a new movement and that's closer to sort of gymnastic style programming. However, the commentators did discuss that previously was in the CrossFit methodology and has been around before. We've also seen deficit handstand push-ups but facing the wall, or block handstand push-ups as they're now called, where you have to do a wall walk up to the wall and then come down and press out of the handstand push-up position after meeting the line. So it's a new form of strict handstand push-up that we've not seen before in a different position. However, it does look a lot like some of the progressions that you do to start to learn strict handstand push-ups. Believe it or not, our handstand push-ups in CrossFit are actually quite unusual. And if we start to look at the wider space of fitness outside of CrossFit, we see things like calisthenics really growing in popularity, and their handstand push-ups differ from ours. They don't go down to their head, it is a strict movement and their face is closer to the ground. The handstand push-ups we saw in the event are actually closer to the calisthenics style handstand push-ups. I found a video of Adrian Bosman doing an Lsit press to handstand years ago.
This is an Lsit to straddle press to handstand.
So these are not new. They have been out on the CrossFit space for a while, and obviously that is another calisthenics movement. And then if we look into the sport of skipping, which obviously double unders comes from, a double under crossover is a movement that they do within that sport. And in the capital event we see longer distance running and strongman implements, including the Husafelt bag and other odd implements that we use in CrossFit. Moving objects over a distance is a great way to test fitness. If the CrossFit Games are a test of fitness, then as fitness outside of CrossFit continues to evolve, surely the CrossFit Games needs to evolve with that. And I think that's what we're seeing here. We're seeing bits from other types of fitness methodologies come in. And from my perspective, I could also see stuff like kettlebell fitness training coming into CrossFit at some point. As fitness generally evolves, anything could start to come into that. Because if we want to continue to claim the winner of the CrossFit Games is the fittest on earth, fitness has to evolve. The problem with this "that's not real CrossFit" idea is limited to a very small box of what CrossFit is, and CrossFit has always claimed to be a methodology that tries to get you the fittest possible across lots of different domains. CrossFit has never claimed to be one thing and to say that it will stay like that forever. So Rich's claims that the other things that they've been doing across the weekend aren't real CrossFit don't really make sense. He might be annoyed that over the first few days they didn't place as high as usual, but you can't really claim it's not CrossFit if it's still a test of fitness. This is something that I used to hear quite a lot when I competed. There's a competition where I am called One and All Games. On the first day they do a lot of outside stuff. They do some like strongman style things. You have to move sandbags and D-balls and run across fields and carry logs. And we would do quite well in those events, and everyone used to say to us, well, when the real CrossFit turns up tomorrow you move down the leaderboard. But actually all of it is real CrossFit, because if it's a test of fitness, it is CrossFit by definition.
I think by introducing elements that you can't practice in a gym, It keeps the athletes guessing.
But I do understand the frustration from athletes when they want to just train for something that they know of that's very specific, and they want to get really, really good at that thing that is CrossFit, that they believe to be CrossFit, and they want it to stay the same, so they are measurably better at that than other people. But at the end of the day, none of the athletes own CrossFit, and nobody can put CrossFit into a box of these movements are CrossFit and these movements aren't CrossFit. If you want to continue to claim that the winner of the CrossFit Games is the fittest on earth, it needs to continually evolve.
Fitness is not a theoretical, well, I think I could have done that if things were a little bit different. It doesn't work that way. Fitness is what can you show me today?
The alternative is that you call it the CrossFit Champion and drop the idea that it's the fittest on earth, and no matter how much fitness advances outside of CrossFit, you can keep it into your nice little bracket of what you think CrossFit is. But I don't believe that's going to happen. It's really cool to be able to test and define fitness as fitness evolves. And we don't know what there's going to be in the future. In the test of fitness video that is on YouTube, is still up there, that was made 8 years ago, they say about putting in more advanced gymnastics movements.
I think the next evolution is really complex gymnastics, so like planches, iron crosses, freestanding handstand push-ups.
Very much like calisthenics and Olympic gymnastics, and they even show an iron cross, and that was 8 years ago, so this has been in the plan the whole time. I think that's amazing, and I'm excited to see how the new generation of the CrossFit athletes adapt to this constantly changing environment.
And that's what's cool about this. It's a big experiment.
But of course that is going to be difficult and anxiety provoking and hard to keep up with. But that is what you sign up for when you become a CrossFit athlete. If you've ever done a CrossFit competition, you know that you can never plan for who turns up on the day or for what movements are going to be programmed. You have no control over that. All you can do is do your absolute best and hope that you end up the fittest across the board. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Write fittest on earth if you believe that we should continue to evolve, or write CrossFit Champion if you think we should stick to a small box of what some athletes believe CrossFit to be. One of the biggest criticisms that we hear of CrossFit from people that are outside of the CrossFit space is that everybody that does CrossFit is on steroids. I tackle this discussion right here in a video if you want to hear the truth. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.